Samsung excels at many things, but has so far failed to really intrigue us with the designs of its Galaxy S line. The Galaxy S5, for example, stuck to the same old plastic built with arguably tacky ornamentation, despite the constant feedback from the community that clearly stated its preference for more premium-feeling materials like aluminum and glass. The Galaxy S5, however, was released in a different world from now, a world in which Samsung is suddenly losing steam and is finding itself in need of a shake-up. That shake-up is called Project Zero, and it's how Samsung refers to the Galaxy S6 internally from what we've heard. The company is apparently hitting the reset button. Hima, the One M9 is expected to feature a very similar design to its predecessor, the One M8, and that means the same aluminum unibody. This time around, however, HTC is said to be utilizing aluminum silicon carbide composite, which is expected to provide the M9 with better micro-hardness and ultimate tensile strength, UTS. Compared to the One M8, Hima will also feature smaller bezels, smaller front-facing speakers, an extra button next to the volume rocker on the right, a camera shutter key, and a giant cutout for the rear sensor. All of this is based on supposed prototypes of the M9, so keep that in mind. HTC One M9, the backstory is quite different. Back in 2013, the HTC One M7 was actually the smallest flagship in terms of display size compared with other mainstream Android makers, 4.7 inches versus 5 inches. With the One M8, HTC bumped the size to 5 inches, but competitors were still ahead: Sony with its 5.2-inch Xperia Z2/Z3, Samsung with the aforementioned 5.1-inch Galaxy S5, and LG with the 5.5-inch G3. According to rumors, HTC may or may not stick to that same strategy of being conservative in this regard. In other words, the current assumption is that the One M9 will either come with a 5-inch, 1080x1920 resolution display or a 5.5-inch one with Quad HD, 1440x2560 resolution. Galaxy S6 and ditch unneeded functionality. We're not entirely sure if that will, indeed, end up being the case, but at least we're safe in the assumption that whatever the Galaxy S6 ends up offering software-wise, it will be served with Android 5.0 Lollipop as a base. As for the HTC One M9, we're a little light on details about its expected Sense UI bump to version 7.0. What we do know is that the minimum acceptable Android version it can allow itself to arrive with is Android 5.0 Lollipop. We've seen Sense on Lollipop already, and liked what we were seeing. Then again, we like Sense on the whole; it's very lean and down to point. On the other hand, however, it is a bit too light on extra features, and that does affect HTC sales. Camera. When it comes to camera quality, Samsung's flagships have consistently ranked among the best on the market. The Galaxy S5 was no exception at the time, and neither is the excellent unit on the Note 4, so we have good reason to expect a top-notch sensor with the Galaxy S6, too. Currently, it is